if you're Jalen Hurts, you're the quarterback, you have to talk.
Yeah.
A lot of
Well,
times
they have pressers every week for Jalen. I don't think he's escaping the media.
well, no, quarterbacks are
Yeah.
set up a little bit differently. But
Yeah.
I'm saying if you're a star player, people want to talk to you.
John, any other comments in the locker room? One thing I heard, I did hear A.J. Brown talking about the passing game. It's always A.J. I mean, they hone in on A.J. They know A.J. is going to get the most headlines.
Yeah, I don't get it, man. I don't
but,
get it.
He did say a couple things. And again, I've said this to many people here listening to the show, and I want to welcome and thank everybody for being here. Don't forget to hit that like button. But, if A.J. Brown keeps saying, hey, it's fair to talk about we're not good enough yet. If Jalen Hurts tells me, okay, it's on me, we got to be better in the passing game. If Kevin Patullo acknowledged it, Nick Sirianni, everybody's acknowledged it. But apparently we're not allowed to talk about it, Johnny Mac. Well, it is a problem. And A.J. Brown made comments on it yesterday. Basically just said, hey, getting on the same page, communication. But he also did say, the ball's got to be there at the right time. So I thought that was maybe a small comment that would get a little bit more of the rounds. It didn't get many rounds, but just your thoughts on AJ's comment there and where to go from here, because they obviously all know they got to get better at it.
Yeah. This has been, this is not new. This happened a bunch of times last year.
Yeah.
I don't know why people think it's new. Now, the timing probably complicates it. It happened in games 1 and games 2 instead of games 13 and 14, whatever it was last year, with Baltimore and Carolina back to back. Same thing. Everybody's saying that for whatever reason, AJ, and by the way, he tried to, flat out said, I don't want to give you guys a story late in the week.
Yeah.
He's trying his best, but what are you going to do? What do you want the guy to do? He's forced to talk to us. It is an NFL rule. You have to talk to the media at least once a week. So for people that don't know that, if you're healthy and going to play.
And that does that apply to every player or just like
every player.
Now
player. Some try to get it, some you have to say, hey, look, we're going to report it to the league. We don't do that in general. If guys, maybe, because it is Philadelphia, it's tougher than other markets, let's be honest.
Yeah.
And we generally as a group don't force the issue unless it's overt and somebody doesn't speak for 6 weeks or, something outrageous. And they're an important part of the team as well. That factors into it. If you're AJ Brown, you got to talk. If you're Jalen Hurts, you're the quarterback, you have to talk.
Yeah. Well, they have pressers every week for Jalen. I don't think he's escaping the media.
Well, no, quarterbacks are set up a little bit differently. But I'm saying if you're a star player, people want to talk to you.
Right.
And, the NFL understands part of their popularity is the coverage they receive. So they have set up these rules. And that's part of the players' jobs. They have to talk to the media. So I think a lot of people are like, fans are like, well, just don't talk to them. Well, you have to talk to them. And, you can shut it down and say no comment and be unprofessional, but that's not AJ Brown. And you shouldn't want that for any of your players to be unprofessional. So, yeah, I don't know why he gets picked on, to be perfectly honest, because Jalen Hurts took accountability earlier on Wednesday. Kevin Patullo has admitted it's not where it needs to be. Nick Sirianni has admitted the lack of explosive plays is a problem. And then AJ shows up and says, all he said basically was, I'm trying to focus on my job and getting things rolling on offense. Being on the same page, is that really that controversial?
No, it's not.
And then he went straight to, I don't want to give you guys a story late in the week, and shut it down from there. Ball not coming out on the time. Does anybody think the ball's coming out on time? Does anybody believe that?
No, it's not. I love John. My favorite part of it, though, I got to be honest, is in the background. right after the question is asked. Bob Lang. Okay, this is all right. Last one. I'm like, I know they're trying to protect.
Yeah, I don't think Bob was
protect
there. That was somebody else.
somebody, whoever it was. Somebody was there. Yeah, getting people out of there.
But no, I mean, he spoke for a long time. So that was late in the process. So I got my transcript. He answered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
Oh, that's a lot.
15,
I didn't know it was
15
that long.
questions.
Yeah, that's a long time.
Yeah, he spoke for he spoke. I was in there first. Then I left to talk to Jordan Mailata, and then I came back and he was still talking.
Right.
And then I circle in with AJ after everybody leaves.
I know people are focused on AJ, John, but I will say this. AJ is generally pretty interesting. Like, he normally will give you some pretty good answers about stuff. I think he's, he speaks about it with some depth and some content. Sometimes, I mean, I know.
Well, he's not. There's different AJs. There's the AJ you see with the cameras shoved in his face, and that's the guy who's gonna be more on point. And that's probably not the right way of showing it, but you got to ask about the zone coverage. Everybody's zoning them up. Are you going to see more zone coverage? He said, I don't know. I can't tell you. Probably so until we do better at it. Absolutely. That's the extent of it. Now, if you get him off, he'll give you a deeper answer. So that's one of the things where background is important. And that's why the locker room is important. But yeah, when the TV cameras are there, he's far more disciplined. And that's not the right word either. He's just not.
I know what you mean.
He's literally, despite the reputation that he's literally trying to not create waves.
Right.
Despite the reputation. And as I said off the air with you, I think his reputation has nothing to do with him. It has everything to do with other receivers that have coined that position in this league as a diva position, which has nothing to do with AJ Brown.
Well, I mean, I not struggle with that part of it, but like, if AJ's a little bit of a diva, like you always say, that's not a bad thing. AJ Brown rightfully believes.
But I don't think he is a diva.
I don't think he is at all. I'm just saying.
I think he wants the football, but
right. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't have a problem with that. AJ Brown rightfully believes he's one of the best receivers in football, and he's right about that. So he thinks he should be getting the ball. I don't think he's wrong about that at all. So I understand that people make stories about it. It's just part of the beast in Philadelphia. There's no doubt about it. But we'll see what they end up doing this week, how they continue to evolve. I do think AJ will get his yards. One of these weeks. I mean, maybe not as much.
It's not gonna. It literally can't stay where it is.
That's what I mean. It can't get worse either. So I'm thinking it's going to get a little better here. I mean, come on.